Hello, everybody. Welcome to our webinar today about SpyderLensCal autofocus calibration sharper than ever before. First, please let me introduce myself. My name is Oliver Muse. I'm a photographer, and yes, I also use the SpyderLensCal to correct my camera lens combinations. An autofocus is a kind of measurement function of the camera. So you have a target, which is the little red square here, and you focus to an object like the second hand here. So your camera is measuring the distance between lens and the second hand. So if this measurement is done in a not correct or incorrect way, then of course the focus will be set to a wrong distance. And as you can see here, it will result in an unsharp second hand, but in a sharper area behind the second hand. Why this happen? A perfect perfection or the best situation would be if camera and lens wouldn't have any tolerances. So, but that's not fact. Tolerances are everywhere. But if your camera and your lens has quite the same tolerance, then everything would be or seems to be okay. So you wouldn't see any blurry autofocus results. But what about the lens has the tolerance in another direction? So it's not the same tolerance than your camera. It's to the other direction. This would result in very unsharp or blurry autofocus results. So as you can see, we on both examples, we focused to the second hand, but with a corrected autofocus, we get real sharp images. So a solution to set up or to correct the autofocus of a camera and lens combination is SpyderLensCal. SpyderLensCal is a tool to measure the focus of a camera. The left side, you can see the lens call really flat, so you can store it everywhere, and it's very light. Here is a level with a bubble inside, so you can ensure that lens call will be in level, and there is a screw to fix the SpyderLensCal on a tripod. If you put it together here and you fix it on a tripod, you can see there is a target plate, so an autofocus target plate with huge contrast, so you can autofocus it very easily with your camera. And there's a little target which is much smaller than the big one. It's for macro lenses. And there is the ruler with a scale. 0 is here, is the same level than the target, the focus target. So if you look through your camera, then you will see the SpyderLensCal this way. You focus to this target, or with a macro lens, of course, to the smaller one, and then you can make one picture. The focal point is here, set to this target plate, and then you can see if the camera sets the autofocus to a wrong distance, then the 0, which is the same distance than the target plate, is not in focus. So do one image of the SpyderLensCal, then check the image on the display of your camera, or even better, open the picture on your computer, because of the monitor display is much bigger and you can see more clear what is in focus and what's not. And then in this example here, you remember that we focused the second hand, but behind the second hand it was sharp. So the camera focused to this target, but as you can see, the 0, here is the target. The 0 is not in focus, but behind 2, 2.5, 3 is much sharper than 0. So this shows us that the autofocus is in the back. So then open the micro adjustment function of your camera. Maybe another manufacturer calls the micro adjustment function a bit different, but normally it's micro adjustment. And then compensate the back focus. Do another image of SpyderLensCal and check the image again. So then you can see that you focused on the target plate and the 0 is perfectly in the center of the focus. So that's it. Now the autofocus of this camera lens combination is corrected. Of course, keep in mind that your camera will store this correction individually for this lens. So if you change the lenses from a 50mm to a 85, just for example, then your camera will keep in mind, okay, that's the 50 and I need another correction than the 85. So you can calibrate every single lens and camera combination in your whole camera setup. The supported cameras are the Canon 50D or 7D, 5D Mark II, and so on and so on. So you can see there's a huge list with supported cameras. Supported cameras means that the camera itself must give you the option to correct the autofocus of the camera itself. If there's no such a function, of course you can't correct the autofocus, but you can still measure or check or control the autofocus then. SpyderLensCal is €49 exclusive VAT. And here you can see an overview about our products. So SpyderLensCal is a very special product because of it has nothing to do with color management. So that's the only Spyder which is not correcting colors, which is correct or calibrates the autofocus of your camera. Then SpyderCube is a tool to raw calibrate the white point, so gray balance and contrast balance. And by the way, it's the only tool on market which offers a contrast balance correction. So there's no other tool which can do this. If you are interested in seeing how it works, then please join our other webinars about SpyderCube or SpyderChecker, or of course any other webinar about color management. Then SpyderChecker is another color correction tool for your camera, and it helps you to set up the colors of your raw files with the HSL settings in the raw converter. Then we have 3 different spiders to correct the colors of your monitor. A very simple way and a kind of one-step calibration is the Spyder 3 Express. Then we've got the Spyder 3 Pro, which is also able to calibrate 2 monitors on one computer. And there is another, a bigger Spyder, not in size, but in functionality, is the Spyder 3 Elite, which is also able to match luminances between different screens and which can calibrate a front projector as well. Here again, if you are interested in more details, then please join the webinars about monitor calibration. Then Spider 3 Print SR, which is a sensor to profile your printer ink and paper combination, of course. And the last not least, Spider 3 Studio SR, which is a bundle between Spider 3 Print SR, Spider 3 Elite, and Spider Cube, which was on the site before. If you are unsure which Spider is the correct one, of course, then please go to our website. We have a kind of online consultant on our website. You can reach this consultant directly with www.datacolor.eu/product finder. If you have further questions after this online seminar here, please contact our support, which is reachable here on our website, www.datacolor.eu, support, online support, and then just submit a ticket. We will answer your questions or your tickets in the next 24 hours. If you are in a rush and it's really urgent, then of course you have also the option to call us. It's a free of charge call. So please dial 00 800 700 870. So that's the end of my little slideshow here, or my presentation. So just let me open the chat box. You have a chat tool in the GoToWebinar tool, and you can type in your question. I will read your questions, of course, without a name, and then I will answer them so everybody can hear my answers then.